I'm Alec Murdaugh, M-U-R-D-A-U-G-H. Good morning.
Murdaugh, on June 7th, 2021, did you take this gun or any gun like it and shoot your son Paul in the chest in the feed room at your property off Moselle Road?
No, I did not.
Mr. Murdaugh, did you take this gun or any gun like it and blow your son's brains out on June 7th or any day or any time?
No, I did not.
Mr. Murdaugh, if you take a 300 blackout, such as this, and fire it into your wife Maggie's leg, torso, or any part of her body,
No, I did not.
did you shoot a 300 blackout into her head, causing her death?
Mr. Griffin, I didn't shoot my wife or my son anytime. Ever.
Mr. Murdaugh, is that you on the kennel video at 8:44 p.m. on June 7th, the night Maggie and Paul were murdered?
It is.
Were you in fact at the kennels at 8:44 p.m. on the night Maggie and Paul were murdered?
I was.
Did you lie to SLED Agent Owen and Deputy Laura Rutland on the night of June 7th and told them that you stayed at the house after dinner?
I did lie to them.
Did you lie to Agent Owen and Agent Croft on the follow-up interview on June 10th that the last time you saw Maggie and Paul was at dinner?
I did lie to them.
And in the interview of August 11th, did you tell Agent Owen and Agent Croft, did you lie to them by telling them that you were not down at the kennels on that night?
Yes.
You're a brilliant lawyer. You've spent your entire life in courtrooms. You know there's a golden rule in criminal defense. Never, ever take the stand. But you're cornered. Your alibi just collapsed. Your life is falling apart. So you testify, and in 3 hours of cross-examination, you sentence yourself to life in prison. This is the story of Alex Murdaugh, the lawyer who destroyed himself with his own words. From Courtroom Chronicles. The case. Alec Murdaugh, powerful attorney, legal dynasty. 3 generations of prosecutors, untouchable. June 7th, 2021. 911 call. His wife, Maggie, shot 5 times with a rifle. His son, Paul, shot twice with a shotgun. Both dead at the family hunting estate. Alex tells police he wasn't there. He was visiting his mother. Found them when he returned, but investigators start digging. Alex was stealing millions. Addicted to opioids. About to be exposed. The day of the murders, his world was collapsing. Motive? Desperation. Problem? No direct evidence. No weapon. No witnesses. No DNA. Just an alibi. And a video that's about to destroy it. February 2023. The trial begins. Moment number 1. The video that traps Alex. The prosecution has a problem. Alex says he wasn't at the kennels where they died. How do you prove he's lying? They search Paul's phone. Hundreds of videos. Selfies. Dogs. Nothing useful. Then they find it. June 7th, 8:44 p.m. 44 minutes before the murders. Paul is filming his dog. 15 seconds. Seems meaningless, but the investigator turns up the volume. In the background, voices. Faint, but there. Paul, Maggie, and a third voice. They bring in experts, voice analysis, audio enhancement, witnesses who've known Alex for decades. One by one, they testify. That third voice? It's Alex Murdaugh. His own son recorded him. At the kennels. Minutes before they died. For 20 months, Alex told everyone the same story. I wasn't there. 20 months of lies. The video destroys him, but he's already testified to police, to family, to the media. He's locked into his story. The prosecution has him cornered. Now Alex has a choice. Stay silent or try to explain. He chooses the catastrophic option. Moment number 2. Alex takes the
7.
stand.
I wasn't thinking clearly. I don't think I was capable of reason. And I lied about being down there. And I'm so sorry that I did. I'm sorry to my son Buster. I'm sorry to Grandma and Papa T. I'm sorry to both of our families. Most of all, I'm sorry to Mags and Pawpaw. I would never intentionally do anything to hurt either one of them. Ever. Ever.
February 23rd, 2023. Day 23 of the trial. The defense calls Alex Murdaugh to the witness stand. This is the gamble. Every criminal defense attorney knows. The defendant who testifies is the defendant who convicts himself. The Fifth Amendment protects you. The jury can't hold silence against you. It's almost always the safer choice, but Alex's lawyers know the video destroyed his alibi. They have one chance. Put Alex on the stand. Let him explain. Hope the jury believes him. Alex testifies for hours. He admits he lied about being at the kennels. Yes, he was there. The voices on the video? That's him. But he has a new story now. He left the kennels around 8:49 p.m. Maggie and Paul were alive. He went to the house, drove to his mother's. When he returned at 10:07, he found them dead. Why did he lie for 20 months? His answer? Paranoia. He was high on pills, didn't trust police, panicked. He cries on the stand. No tears, just sobs. His shoulders shake. The jury watches. Some look away. It's performative, calculated, and the jury senses it. Then the lead prosecutor, Creighton Waters, stands up, and everything changes. Moment number 3. The cross-examination. Creighton Waters is methodical. He doesn't attack. He doesn't shout. He just asks questions. Simple questions. Mr. Murdaugh, you lied to everyone for 20 months about being at those kennels, correct? Yes. You lied to law enforcement? Yes. You lied to your family? Yes. You lied to the people investigating your wife and son's murders? Yes. Waters establishes the pattern. Alex Murdaugh is a liar, but he doesn't stop there. He forces Alex to explain the new timeline. So you were at the kennels at 8:44, correct? Yes. And you left around 8:49? Yes. 5 minutes later? Approximately. And Maggie and Paul were alive when you left? Yes. But dead when you returned at 10:07? Yes. Waters pauses, lets it hang. So someone came to this remote, private estate in that exact 5-minute window and killed them both. Alex nods. Do you know who? No. Any evidence someone else was there? No. Any footprints, tire tracks, DNA? No. The jury sees it. The alternative theory is absurd, but Waters isn't done. He pulls out phone records. Mr. Murdaugh, after you found your wife and son murdered, how long before you called 911? Alex hesitates. I don't know exactly. Phone records show 20 seconds. Is that correct? Yes. You then called your brother, your son Buster, several friends, correct? Yes. In total, how many calls did you make that night? I don't know. 74 calls, Mr. Murdaugh, in 2 hours. Pause. But you know what? Not one of those calls was to ask if anyone had seen anything. Not one. Alex has no answer. Waters stares at him. Because you already knew what happened, didn't you? Silence. Waters brings up the financial crimes, the stolen millions, the fake injury scheme, the pills. Every question, Alex has an excuse. Every excuse sounds weaker. The seasoned lawyer who spent decades cross-examining witnesses is now the one squirming. After 3 hours, Alex steps down. He looks exhausted, broken. His attorneys don't make eye contact. He knows. He just convicted himself. The verdict.
Yourself about it, but obviously you have the inability to convince anyone else about that. So if you made any such arguments as a lawyer, you would lose every case like that. Cases you will never have an opportunity to argue anymore, except perhaps your own as you sit in the Department of Corrections. Anything further?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Murdaugh, I sentence you to the State Department of Corrections on each of the murder indictments. In the murder of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh, I sentence you for a term of the rest of your natural life. For the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably love so much, I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life. Those sentences will run consecutive. Under the statute involving possession of a weapon during a violent crime, there is no sentence where a life sentence is imposed on other indictments. That is the sentence of the court, and you are remanded to the State Department of Corrections. And officers may carry forth on the imposition.
March 2nd, 2023. The jury deliberates for 2 hours and 41 minutes. In a 6-week murder trial, that's very fast. They return. The judge asks for the verdict. Guilty on both counts of murder. Guilty on both counts of weapon possession. Alex shows no emotion. The judge sentences him immediately. Life without parole. Consecutive sentences. Alex Murdaugh, the man from a legal dynasty that ruled for nearly a century, will die in prison. In the courtroom, the family of the 19-year-old girl killed in Paul's boating accident watches. For them, this isn't just about Maggie and Paul. It's the third death caused by the Murdaughs. This time, justice came. But the question remains, what destroyed Alex? Not the circumstantial evidence, not the financial crimes, not even the video. What destroyed Alex Murdaugh was his own decision to testify. What we can learn. Lesson 1. Silence is a right, not a weakness. The Fifth Amendment exists for a reason. You cannot be forced to testify against yourself. Juries are instructed they cannot hold silence against a defendant. Alex's lawyers knew this, but they gambled. They thought his story, told directly, would resonate. It didn't. Criminal defense attorneys have a saying, the defendant who testifies is the defendant who convicts himself. Alex Murdaugh proved it. If he'd stayed silent, the prosecution would have had to prove their case with what they had. Circumstantial evidence, a suspicious timeline, financial motive. Maybe the jury convicts anyway. Maybe not. But by testifying, Alex gave them something far more powerful. His own words, his own contradictions, his own lies admitted on the stand. He handed them the conviction. Lesson 2. Lies compound and credibility collapses. One lie you might explain. A mistake, confusion, panic. But 20 months of lying to everyone? That destroys credibility permanently. When Alex admitted on the stand he lied about the most critical fact being at the murder scene, nothing else he said could be trusted. The jury didn't need to believe he was a murderer. They just needed to believe he was a liar, and he confessed to being one. In Maggie's family's eyes, in the eyes of the girl killed by Paul, Alex's pattern was clear. The Murdaughs lied. They covered up. They got away with it until now. Lesson 3. Cross-examination exposes everything you hide. Direct examination is friendly. Your lawyer asks the questions. You control the narrative. Cross-examination is hostile. The prosecutor asks the questions. You control nothing. Alex spent decades cross-examining witnesses. He knew exactly how it worked. But knowing and experiencing are different things. Creighton Waters didn't need to prove Alex killed them during cross. He just needed to show the alternative was impossible. A phantom killer appearing in a 5-minute window, murdering 2 people, vanishing without a trace. The jury didn't buy it. And because Alex testified, he had to defend it. If he'd stayed silent, the prosecution's theory would have stood on its own. The jury could question it, doubt it, reject it. But once Alex took the stand and offered an alternative, Waters could destroy that alternative. And he did. This is the Murdaugh case. A dynasty built on power, destroyed by lies, greed, and one disastrous decision. Testifying didn't save Alex Murdaugh. It buried him. Murdaugh testified. It destroyed him. Casey Anthony didn't testify. She walked free. Same crime, family murder. Opposite strategies, opposite outcomes. Next week, the Casey Anthony trial. The case the prosecution couldn't lose until they lost it. 31 days. That's how long it took Casey to report her daughter missing. Why? Because Kaylee was already dead, and Casey was partying. Photos, tattoos, clubs, while her daughter decomposed in the woods. The prosecution had evidence, motive, timeline, lies. They had everything except a conviction. How did she walk free? Don't miss it. Subscribe to Courtroom Chronicles. Thanks for watching.